Okay, I'm on Dodge Cell Comics DC News of the Week, but first our
Howdy.
sponsor.
Sponsor.
Your new multi-vendor marketplace, YouSellComics.com, offers a site exclusively for buying and selling of all things comics. Slabs, omnis, trades, and more. Sell for as low as 5% commission or 0 commission monthly tiers. Run your own auctions, unlimited bin listings. YouSellComics.com. Buy, collect, sell.
Okay, so it's not totally. I mean, it's DC, but it's also video game related, so it's not comic book related. But whatever. So Rocksteady Studios, who did the best Batman video games, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight, which was like the weakest of the three, but still good. I mean, the Batmobile missions were probably the worst of it.
Mm-hmm.
However, they released a Suicide Squad game that killed any respect for the studio. But now apparently they're going back to their roots. Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier, formerly of Kotaku, claimed that the Rocksteady is looking to return to Batman for a single-player game, although he noted it's still years away from landing. While details admittedly are vague, there's now a new rumor suggesting the game could be based on Batman Beyond. The latest rumor comes by way of Lunatic Ignis, a somewhat reliable figure in the gaming industry. According to Ignis, Batman Beyond will serve as a foundation for the upcoming video game, which is rumored to be a trilogy, and that storylines from the series could be expanded upon. The game will not be based on the animated show's style, however. Now for the reportedly troubling big rumor, the game is rumored to be a PlayStation exclusive. This would be a major shift for Rocksteady Studios, a subsidiary of Warner Brothers Games, who typically releases its games on multiple platforms. To date, all of the Rocksteady Batman titles, from Asylum to Arkham Knight, have been released on PlayStation, Xbox, and even Nintendo consoles, as well as PC. The only exception was Batman's Arkham VR, released on PC and PS4. Rocksteady's latest game, Suicide Squad, was released on multi-platform. If you recall, I don't know if you recall or not, but I remember how poorly optimized Arkham Knight was when it was released on PC. Like, there was refunds, they were giving out refunds, etc.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was pretty much unplayable on PC. It's weird to me that they would do an exclusive unless Sony paid a ton of money, but I don't know why they would do that based on the last game, how poorly the last game that Rocksteady did, Suicide Squad. Like, why would you take that chance?
So silly. So dumb.
Yeah.
Literally. Like,
I mean, I'm excited for a Batman Beyond game.
oh,
Sure.
I'm so excited. Like, I'm beyond it. Like, I'm just worried that it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Also, if it's taken years to release, it'd be a PlayStation 6 title, probably not a 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
More video game DC news. Wonder Woman was getting a video game, and I don't remember this at all.
I do a little bit,
do you?
And it's gonna get scrapped, bro.
First announced in 2021, official updates on Warner Bros. Games and Monolith Productions, who did Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, Middle Earth, Shadow of War, which were both good games, although the second one was pretty much panned for its microtransactions. We're working on an open world Wonder Woman game. Updates have been far and few between. According to a news report from Bloomberg, the game was heavily rebooted during production last year and has cost the studio over $100 million to this point. Ooh. The title is said to be years away from release if it ever makes it to market. In fact, it sounds like Warner Bros.' entire video game division may be struggling or even in jeopardy after Warner Brothers took a $300 million loss on gaming last year due to a $200 million write-down on Suicide Squad, and a $100 million write-down on Harry Potter Quidditch Champions, and the fighting game Multiverses. This report also mentions games based on Constantine and The Flash were in early development at WB Montreal before the plug was pulled. Okay, I don't know why you'd greenlight a game on Constantine. Like, he's not... Like, I like Constantine.
Love it.
He's a good character in the DC universe, but he's not big enough for a video game. Is he? Like a solo video game?
I didn't think
so. The Flash, maybe? But like, outside of the trio of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, Do you really need like smaller DC characters? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Like throw them in a Justice League game then,
Literally.
so we could have a yeah. I don't know. What do we know? We're not Warner Brothers. There is some good news for Batman. Talking about it's a new single player Rocksteady title focusing on the Dark Knight, which I guess we just talked about is probably Batman Beyond. Last year, rumor did the rounds that the Wonder Woman game would be released under a game service model. Ooh, no. Which Warner Brothers just quickly denied. I bet they did. Live service games, for the most part, are dying a slow, painful death. Some still make it through. Like Destiny seems to be still quite popular as a live service game. But like
only a tiny bit. Like it's definitely a fraction of what it once was.
Yeah.
There's there's still a lot of live service games that are still quite popular.
Like what?
I meant in its own right.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, Fortnite is pretty much top. Call of Duty would
It's
also
really more of a
probably be
multiplayer
pretty
game than a
top.
live service game, though, right? Like, there's got to be a distinction between.
Oh, okay. So like okay, so
I distinguish multiplayer from like Fortnite is purely a multiplayer game. That's
right.
Doesn't really have a story. It's just a map you play on. But as far as like a live service game, I'm talking about, Sea of Thieves, or like there's some story. There's a world you're running around with other people doing things.
Mm.
New DLC added every couple of months.
Yeah. It's so funny. I play so many games and now I'm spacing. I don't play a lot of live service games. I guess Diablo 4 would be one of them. Helldivers 2, yeah, would definitely be one. I like how Fortnite was on the top there.
I know, which I'm just Apex Legends. I'm also not calling a live service game. I would call it a multiplayer game. Path of Exile, I would agree.
Definitely, yeah. Genshin Impact.
Again, Rocket League is a multiplayer game.
Not really.
Warframe has story. Destiny 2
for sure.
Yeah, so I don't know. I would distinguish between those, but
bad idea.
You see
Awful.
How popular single player games are right now and making tons of money.
Tunes and moons.
Avowed is like the #1 seller in a bunch of different countries. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has sold 2 million copies since it came out 3 weeks ago.
That's crazy, man.
God of War is a huge seller on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Okay, so finally, DC News of the Week. Clayface has reportedly found a director, and he has some seriously impressive horror experience. Maybe you can speak to this guy. I don't watch that much horror, so there's a lot of intrigue and excitement surrounding DC Studios' Clayface movie, The Fall of the House of Usher, and Dr. Sleep's Mike Flanagan has penned the screenplay, and it's no secret that he wanted to take a crack at the character for several years now. James Gunn, meanwhile, has confirmed Clayface will be set in the DCU, meaning there's at least a chance we'll see the Brave and Bold's Batman make a cameo appearance. The project is one we've heard will boast a lower budget and likely lean a little more into horror than most comic book movies. Today, My Time to Shine Hello brings word that filmmaker James Watkins is in talks to direct Clayface for DC Studios. After helming the chilling British horror movie Eden Lake, the filmmaker went on to direct The Woman in Black and last year's well-received but downright brutal Speak No Evil remake. Have you seen any of those?
I haven't, unfortunately. I wanted to watch the Speak No Evil remake, but unfortunately I have not yet.
Oh. What are you here for then? I thought you were the horror guy.
Damn it, get your act together. What was the name of the gentleman that you had in your list? Because I actually saw someone else.
Guillermo del Toro?
No, although that would be an amazing choice.
My list.
No. On the article, it said, what was the name of the gentleman
who wrote the script?
No. Who?
James Watkins.
James Watkins. Okay, because I had J.A. Bayona. Yeah, Bayona. In talks to direct.
Oh,
James Watkins. Watkins, yes.
So I guess we will have to see though.
Okay.
What Clayface they're doing, because there are 3 different Clayfaces. However, we've already seen Clayface in the DCU Creature Commandos.
Yes, a few times. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to
crazy.
They could do a different one. The first iteration of this character debuted in the 40s, mere months after the Joker. At the time, Basil Karlo was a little more than a deranged B-list actor and killer dressed up as a sinister Clayface. Character he played in the past. Furious, he'd been recast in the monstrous role. Carlo went on a killing spree. Some target the cast of the film, made without him. Carlo eventually gained shape-shifting abilities, but many of you know that Matt Hagen, an adventurer who turned into a monster after encountering a radioactive pool of protoplasm, thanks to his role in Batman the Animated Series. Therefore, he was portrayed as an actor who was used an anti-aging cream to look younger. Getting on the wrong side of his creator, Roland Daggett, Hagen is doused in a vat of the stuff, transformed into a monster. Third Clayface was Preston Payne. It was Sandra Fuller, Cassius Payne, Peter Malley, Todd Russell, and Johnny Williams, all following. Yeah, so I would guess they would do the second one. Matt Hagen sounds a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Like maybe they bring Basil Carlo into the modern, and he. I guess it depends on how it goes. Like I could see him as like a. Not that I remember the original story. But like a Michael Myers type with a mask.
Yeah.
Killing other actors and brought into. But I don't really know how to protoplasm fits in the. Well, I guess I don't know. One. We don't really know the DCU's like mystical, weird science tech. Like the if it was in the Batman universe, I couldn't see them doing the protoplasma type thing. But I guess with the DCU and Creature Commandos, Frankenstein's alive, so there is some mystical, fantastical elements to the DCU.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
I think with it being called Gods and Monsters, they're going to explore upon that a little bit more. Yeah, so
that's a good point. Gods and Monsters. Okay, Clayface apparently arrives in theaters in 20 months, September 11th, 2026.
That's possible.
I'm surprised they have a date for that already. I mean, if it's low budget horror, they could film it in like 6 weeks.
I feel like they're just tossing out dates. It's like they're dealing some dates. You want some dates? We got some of these for here. We can change them whenever we want.
Get your dates.
You guys can do you guys can do a news press about that too when we change the fucking dates. It's like Jesus Christ, give me a break.
Yeah. Anyways. Okay. Short DC news of the week, but I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.